I don't know if there's been as beloved a player just wire to wire. Cal Ripken was dignified, professional. I mean, every virtue of baseball you want applies to Cal Ripken. This guy could have coasted home. He could have slapped his name on a couple of products, given some corporate speeches, and lived a very comfortable life. And I think it's really interesting that he took some of the virtues of baseball and then applied them in business.
Cal likes to say that the day after he retired, he took off the baseball uniform and had to put on a suit. And he is someone who, among athletes in business, has earned, I'd say, a significant amount of credit as being a really savvy businessman.
Cal's passion is baseball. I think that's probably the best word to describe Cal, is just passionate.
So Cal Ripken's career 2.0 is based on his reverence for baseball, his love of baseball. There was even a book, The Ripken Way, and that's really, I think, one of the underpinnings for his business venture.
So the first thing Ripken did is he went into business with his brother, and they purchased the minor league baseball team based in Utica, New York, and moved it to Aberdeen, which is his hometown. They renamed it the Aberdeen Ironbirds, and that team is thriving and doing well.
The community just rallied around it. You know, it was this big thing here. We were sold out for the first 10 years here in Aberdeen.
He quickly wanted to buy up more teams. I think he bought 2 more minor league teams, and he thought, this is going to be it. My business is going to be in minor league baseball. One of those teams didn't do as well, and they had to sell it off, and that's when he realized, well, my real passion is youth baseball. And now he has launched Ripken Baseball, which has a number of different fields, programs going on all year round, and it's very well known and well regarded, and it's growing quickly.
Cal is trying to create an environment where kids can once again love baseball.
What's fun about working with Cal, you know, his mind is always working, and he's always looking to what's next. And I remember my first World Series here. He's up in the suite, and he's timing kids down to first base on his iPhone. And a guy hit a triple into the gap, and he made it around in 9.6 seconds. And he looked at me and goes, you know, that's the time Mike Trout does. That's why when he started Ripken Baseball and worked with the Babe Ruth League, he moved the bases for 12-year-old baseball from 60 feet to 70 feet. So he found that that was a more authentic way of playing baseball, a more major league level caliber way of playing baseball, and that's been adopted nationwide, so his impact is quite large. The reason Cal has a minor league and a youth business is because what we're involved in is baseball from all levels. We get to influence and help kids from age 8 all the way to their first taste in minor league baseball, and that's what his vision's for. We really use the Ripken Way. It's teachings and learnings that he took from his dad, Cal Sr., from his playing days, and he's really brought into the business world.
He always talks about giving youths in baseball the Ripken experience. And so he builds this first complex that has a number of different fields that are all replicas of classic American baseball parks.
Cal's all about detail and authenticity. We've got a Fenway Park, we've got a Wrigley Field, Yankee Stadium. You get to play on a 2/3 replica of Camden Yards. The outfield wall and right's the same, the dimensions are the same, and then we built the hotel with a partnership with the Marriott to look like the warehouse. And Cal actually had to go and sit down with Mr. Marriott and convince him. At the end of the meeting, you know, Mr. Marriott said, I get it, sounds great, let's go build it.
He's taken some of the tradition of baseball, he's taken some of baseball's values, some of the old stadiums, and has figured out a way to include this experience.
You've got dugouts that go down, which is a big thing for kids. You know, it's one of those little details in a major league park that you don't always get at a youth complex.
Batting number 1, Parker.
We've asked for their walk-up songs, so the kids get to play their walk-up song as they walk up to the plate.
Between those 2 facilities, you have youth baseball events, whether it's tournaments or one-off games, going on almost all year.
We run about 75,000 kids through a year.
From the start, right? Strikes from the start.
And his next step now is to take the model of those 2 complexes and duplicate them all over America.
Cal's passion is extraordinary. He works harder than anybody that I've ever worked with.
He's created a way to evaluate a player's ability to generate outs. And so it's this whole defensive metrics. I hope it's going to change how the scouting world looks at defensive ability. You know, it's always hard to call in sick at Ripken Baseball when he showed up for 2,632 days.
His passion now is to create a platform to make the Ripken experience something that's bigger than just Cal, bigger than just Bill Ripken.
Yeah, Cal Ripken right now is building something much bigger than Cal Ripken, the baseball player.
His real thing is loving the sport you play and continuing to encourage young people to get into it.
The Ripken Way will outlive Cal, myself, and everybody else. And that's really the legacy he's building.